And I'm back. I didn't lie to you. It wasn't just to use the bathroom. I also wanted another soda. Unfortunately, I have given almost no thought into what we should name our faction. I believe the name of our faction shall be Oh God, Please Help Us. It's exactly accurate. Alright, living in the Canyon of Hope. And the name, Oh God, Please Help Us! Oh no! Oh no! You guys haven't been able to see my epic name so far. Well, pretend like I didn't say it, and pretend like it was awesome. And then, like, I don't see where the rest of the problem should be. Like, it's fine. But, overall, starting to get into the more... Well, this is the problem, like, eventually you can do all the planning of rimworld that you want, but eventually you just gotta watch them do the thing. And, like, eventually they're just gonna be all three sleeping at the same time, and you just sort of, wait it out. One of them will get up and start doing things sooner than the others, and that's excellent. Oh, we did finish that actual kitchen area. Now we're gonna set a bill on the stove to just cook a simple meal. We're gonna do it 4 at a time because it's just a little bit more time efficient. And we're gonna have them make 20 of them at a time. And we're gonna also do a single one, just so that like if they don't have it, if they only need like one more meal to get to 20, then they'll just cook one meal. They won't like try to cook 4 at once, end up wasting resources. But look at that! While I was rambling, they already cooked the first food. I'm so proud of you, Ellis. Look at you. You're making these simple meals out of rice. I suppose we were just eating raw rice before that. That's probably fine. Oh, and I actually completely missed a transport card. A man named Bucky. Oh. Well, a man named Bucky did crash by us. He died almost immediately. And not at all as a result of my lack of action or anything like that. So, I guess now we need to figure out what to do with corpses that we don't care about. Because I don't really care about Bucky. But I definitely don't want to just leave a human body rotting out there for an unknowable amount of time. So we're going to build... We're going to take this little tucked away area and we're going to build a wall, and a wooden door. And then we're going to put a dumping stockpile zone at the end here. And we're going to say, clear all, and only human corpses can be there. And that's where they will take human corpses. And look at that, show's already going out there to address our friend. I do wish that we had built the walls first. Look at you, Ellis. Absolute hero here. And now we don't have to look at his corpse anymore. We could have buried him, but then we have to like deal with the burial plot still being there forever. And like, that is a proper burial is reserved for people who have actually been in our colony. Oh, fantastic. Alright, so we've got our first raid. It's just one dude. Fantastic. So raids are pretty much like the main source of difficulty and tragedy in this game. The best thing to do about them for right now is to send our people out and go try to shoot and or stab whoever is trying to ruin our things. Okay, well he's apparently gonna go around there, so we're gonna set up. Ideally, we're gonna get in like a cool position, and then it's gonna be like, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, so Pix, you're gonna be there with the rifle. Show, you're gonna be there. Ellis, you're gonna be waiting like right here with the knife. And Dan over here has a knife. So like, we're gonna Pix, you're gonna go there so you can get a shot? Oh, you got a shot on him. Oh, you got a shot on him. Okay, Ellis, we're gonna have you move up a little bit more. Show. Hopefully soon you will be able to take a shot on this nice Dan. Oh, excellent shot picks. You love to see it. I do wish we had slightly more defenses, but so far, Dan's not doing good. He got shot in the leg. And he's going to bleed out in 22 hours. Excellent work, Show. Excellent work. A torso and pelvis shot. He's hurt. He's hurting bad. And he's down. You love to see it. You love to see it. So now we have an important question, which is, what do we do about Dan here? He's a prowler, which seems like a big minus for him. Let's see. So we could leave him to die. There's a lot to be said for just leaving him to die. Then we don't have to feed him or anything. He still actively wants to kill us. Oh, that's right. Okay. So I was going to say we could possibly capture him and try to recruit him, but we don't actually have a prison. So we gotta do the humane thing here and put him out of his misery. Because otherwise he's just bleeding out. And nah, dude. Man, they really got all their good shots in, when he was running towards them. But now that he's, stationary on the ground, they cannot hit him. Come on. Just, one of them. One of them. Just one of them. I'm gonna, you know what? Here, move. Just stand right here. Stand right here. We're gonna do this like a firing squad, alright? Minimize the distance. Shoot him. There we go. There we go. You love to see it. I mean, I suppose you love to see it is not really the appropriate word for finishing off someone who's trying to kill you. But here we are. Welcome to rimworld. That's just how it be on this bitch of an earth. Sexy Luigi. That's the grim reality of this awful place that we find ourselves. I'm gonna put some floors down in this not world. What am I saying? In this room that has no assigned use yet, because we don't really have a thing that, you know what, I will put a workshop there. I don't think that we strictly need a hospital yet, especially because it doesn't really make sense to have a hospital before we have rooms for people. So that sort of brings us to the next point of order, which is, where should we put these guys' bedrooms? I'm also going to set it to speed 3, just because they're going to be doing a lot of, walking around stuff. Oh, come on. A mad squirrel? Are you going to... Oh, yeah, that was the squirrel that attacked pigs. Alright. And then we've got the reunion. There we go. Look at him. He's just sitting there in the back. At the corpse freezer right there. That's fantastic. Low food, that's a problem. Need defenses, that's a problem. Really, if you're playing rimworld, just keep an eye out here. That will tell you what is and is not immediately going to be a problem. Okay, so I don't want all these rocks in my fridge. It's not really related. The problem is we don't have as much food. Now is a great time to go hunting these hares. Sure. And you know what? While we're at it, let's hunt down those rats. Filthy things. Should we? No, let's not hunt the squirrels, because they have a very small chance of fighting back, but I just don't care for that. Turkeys? Definitely kill some turkeys, for sure. I'm a little bit hesitant to fight alpacas. You know what? They'll come back. Fuck them. And also, now that we've sent so many hunting tests, get ready to hear random shooting in the background almost forever. I appreciate it when it's at least distant. It's not always quite so distant. And I'm gonna set an order. We don't have any of that wood that we like to see. And we especially like to build with. So I'm gonna set another chop wood order. For, you know what, just chop all the wood here. Actually, it occurs to me that part of that order involves bringing colonists dangerously close to that area there. And that's where those spiders are. And we don't want that. They, while we've performed very admirably against a single person, remember, we did almost lose to a squirrel. So let's not poke that bear yet. We're harvesting some lovely rice. You love to see it. You love to see it. That's right. I was gonna put down some production stuff in our new workbench. So we've got a simple research bench. We don't have enough wood to make it. Jesus. The chunks of spacecraft landing are so loud because they sound exactly like the explosion of something important to this colony breaking up. It's great though because they randomly show up and you can deconstruct them to get some resources like steel. You need steel. You always need steel. This whole area right here, that's compacted steel. We're gonna mine into that and we're gonna get a lot of steel to build stuff with. We can make guns, we can make armor, we can make a lot of good things. But now we don't really need that, and the game will calculate how tough of a raid to send you based on the overall value of the things in your colony. So the more stuff we have, the more the game will throw at us. So let's just like not technically have that stuff yet until we need it. I'm also going to make a dumping stockpile zone because I want them to put all those rocks that don't have a better home. I want them to put them literally anywhere. Not literally anywhere. I guess they should be somewhere that we can like get to them later. That'll be fine for now. I just want to make sure that you're allowing chunks. Yeah, because those are considered rock chunks. Marble chunks, sorry. We're gonna haul those. Eventually we will be able to cut those rocks into nice, easy to work with stone, but now is not that time because we don't have a stone cutting station. We don't even have a research bench to make said stone cutting station. What else do we got in here that we could work with? An electric smelter is nice. It consumes electricity, which we don't have any of. So that's less nice. We do a hand tailor, don't really need it for anything yet. Butcher table, we do need that. I'm gonna just put it in the freezer. It is gonna complain, it's gonna be like, oh no, it's cold and dark in here because it's a freezer, and I don't care that much because like it just makes it a little bit less efficient. It takes a little bit longer, but butchering creatures takes like no time whatsoever. Oh good, Ellis is having a tantrum. He's gonna smash things in his room because he's in a bit of pain. So he's gonna break our only room. Gosh golly, I don't appreciate that, Ellis. Let me see how. Oh yeah. So the colonist mood is a very important thing. You should not neglect it pretty much at any point playing rimworld, because they will do things like go on a tantrum and start randomly breaking things. So he'll punch this bed a little bit. He's gonna destroy his bed. That's what he's gonna do. Oh good. Oh god. Sometimes they stop destroying one thing and then move on to destroy another thing. And he just destroyed most of our medicine. Yeah, we had 29 medicine before, now we have 4. Ellis, you absolute piece of shit. We could, in theory, arrest him, but there's a chance that they'll consider him, like... Yeah, it says I can't arrest him because I don't have a prison, and he's like, what are you gonna do? Ellis, please stop. Stop stabbing random things. Stop stabbing the walls. Stop stabbing the walls. Oh, good. He's no longer having a tantrum. Now he's got a not insignificant break risk. So let's look at what's going on with Ellis. He's upset because he didn't eat with it. He ate without a table. He's uncomfortable. Yeah, they really don't like eating without a table, which like at first I thought was absolutely ridiculous, and then I thought about like all the times that I've like sat down to a meal and like enjoyed that time, and then all the times that I've like eaten leftover burritos over a kitchen sink, and I'm like, all right, yeah, that one of those was far more fulfilling. The big ones give the bigger minuses, and the positive stuff in his life gives us a bonus to mood. So he just destroyed a bunch of stuff. He has a very big catharsis bonus. He got all that. Yeah, Pixie, you are exactly right to hate men, particularly in this situation. He's just so pleased with himself for destroying all of our medicine. Things that we can do things about though, like we can put down a table, we can make one out of wood. I should have done that from the start. He's uncomfortable. Sucks. We're on a rimworld. Eventually we can get there. His place looks like shit. That's because you stabbed it a bunch. Recreation deprived. That's on me. Tired. He wants to take a nap, but he got very distracted by going crazy and stabbing a bunch of stuff. He's very hungry, which he's taking care of right now. That's excellent. He's in intense pain. Oh, because he's gotten food poisoning. Because we cooked just a bunch of rice together, really, in a dirt hovel shack. So yeah, it makes sense that he got food poisoning there. So I am going to have to go to the recreation tab and give them literally anything to do. Biggest, easiest one is horseshoes. You just put down a couple of these horseshoe pins and then you're gonna throw stuff at it. We can also make a chess table. They like a nice variety of recreation. I'm gonna put it here in our only other room. And we don't have any wood to make those fun games with. I don't have anything for that, really. It's gonna suck. I'm gonna put animal corpses not laying out in there. I'm gonna make sure that animal corpses are allowed in here. They're not. Alright, that's a problem. I swear, I've played this game a lot. But, that's part of the joy of discovering rimworld. There's a lot of little factors to consider. Like, when I was explaining all these things earlier, I just didn't even mention recreation. And that's a huge contributing factor to Ellis having such a bad time, and ultimately choosing to destroy all the life-saving medicine that we have. Luckily, we can grow more medicine. Unfortunately, none of our colonists are good enough at growing stuff to grow new medicine. So Ellis might have killed the whole colony just then. And the only way we can find out is to just let it ride and hope we can get some more medicine. Our active alerts are saying that Sho is having a bad time. He's very recreation starved. I don't blame him. We're trying to work on that. I'm sorry. We're low on food. I'm working. It's growing. It's you and the sun at this point. Low medicine. Everyone blame Ellis for that. Everyone absolutely blame Ellis. Meanwhile, we just need to hope that one of them. You know what? We don't need to hope. We can specifically make them chop down that wood. Prioritize that. You know what? I will have you bring those alpaca corpses in there. Yeah, alright, he's made it. He's made a wooden horseshoe pin. Now they will not be so starved for recreation. They can sit down. They can sit down and they can throw horseshoes that I fortunately don't have to make at these wooden stakes. And you know what? That's gonna keep them through the day. And sure, I'm not mad at it. I'd love to eventually make them like really cooler recreation stuff. Like we could make a poker table and a billiards table. But that requires cloth, which we don't have. And once we do have, we probably are going to want to use it to make, like, shirts and pants. Because this might not surprise you, but if your colonists aren't wearing shirts or pants, they get upset about being naked. Which, kind of fair, realistically, but rather inconvenient. they're picking up all the animals, they're putting them in there. That's excellent. I realize that I should tell you that you can't put rotting things in there because we can't eat rotting things. And we're gonna put no freshes, but we can have animal corpses. We can't have human-like corpses though. But you can put the rotting corpses in there because I don't care. They're rotting. They can be out in the sun. Human-like corpses get people upset if they see a rotting human corpse as they're just walking around their daily life. It reminds them that their whole existence on this rimworld is teetering on the verge of death constantly. And you know, that's just one of those things that's best not to be reminded. You just sort of don't mention, don't bring it up at dinner. Getting some rice harvest in. That's excellent. That'll keep us afloat. We gotta get more wood. Good look at the work tab. I'm gonna go over this briefly because I keep looking at it and then not really doing it. There's two different ways of going about this work tab. You can either set manual priorities where you have them like, oh, first you're gonna firefight and then you're gonna do all these other things. I don't want to min-max that hard. It looks at it as like, if there's a firefighting thing to do, they do that. If there's not, then they look if there's a patient thing, which means like, should they be resting from an injury? And then if there is, they do that. Doctoring, bed rest for long-term illnesses. Basic things involve switching lights and what? Oh God, you're kidding me. Okay. Gotta love the rimworld. So we got a blight all over our corn plants now. This needs immediate attention because that blight will spread to every other plant. So we're gonna have to just chop them down. And you know what? Since I do need them to do wood cutting as well, that falls under the arc of plant cut. So I'm gonna have you guys plant cut at a 1 because I need that. I'm also gonna have the doctoring be at a 1, firefighting, because if something's on fire, yeah, we should take care of that. I will have my doctors be a patient at a 2 because otherwise they won't doctor. They'll just sit in bed with their injuries as everyone else around them bleeds out. It's not what we're looking for. We're gonna have you mine at a 1. You're gonna be growing at a 1 because you love it. You fucking love it. We're gonna have you grow at a 2 because we always need more. Pixie, you're also really good at research, so we're gonna have you go up on that. And you know, the rest of it we'll let right out. But hopefully we'll get them. A good technique for like, if you draft them and then undraft them, which is why I selected everyone and then did that. When you've undrafted them, they'll go through that list and they'll find new tasks that they need to do. So Pixie is extremely hungry, so she's gone to pick up that food. And then these guys are all going to do various plant cut duties. So that includes these trees and most importantly cutting down this blight. Because if all my crops go, it's going to be a bad time. I don't really want to survive off of... God damn it, they're spreading. I don't super want to survive... Oh, I see. I don't super want to survive off of meat and meat alone. It's possible. It is just such a bother. I'm not a vegetarian or vegan, like, yeah, I get it. You know, it's regrettable, especially like factory farming and all that shit. But this is a rimworld. We're all about survival here, and we're gonna take those calories wherever we can get them. Kidding me? Why are they so sleepy? Why are they so sleepy? Okay, so I try not to do this, but I'm going to manually prioritize these guys to be cutting down these corn plants. Because if they don't, they will continue to spread until eventually everything is unharvestable. The only problem is it is fairly tedious. You're going to right click on that, prioritize. In order to add it into the queue like I'm doing in the bottom left, you just hold down shift, and then the next thing that you add just like adds it to the next thing that they're gonna do. Alright, so I have all of them going to set. Take a couple of them, we're gonna set it on the lower one. Ellis, you are absolutely cutting down a lot of plants right now. You do not go rest yet. Just because you're all tired and you're mad about your awful barrack. Oh yeah, I forgot to give you guys a table. It's much better when they just sort of automatically look for the tasks. And so they'll all just go cutting down things, and they're like, alright, and the next thing is this other thing that needs to be cut. And then the next thing is this other thing that needs to be cut. And so on and so on. You're still cutting corn plants, Pixie. You're not, it's not bedtime yet. It is not time for bed. Because we got a lot of these blighted corn plants to take care of. I probably made mention of it earlier, but I am playing on a harder difficulty than I normally play. It's not the hardest difficulty, but it's harder than I normally play. Because I want, if the game's a little bit too easy, it's just sort of watching an ant farm go along, which is fantastic and we'll hopefully get there eventually. But I could just spend hours just looking at things and I will not interface with the game at all. I'll just watch. And that's not quite compelling. Finishes that. Just cut it down. Good. There we go. Alright, the blight is here. Gonna jump to location. Excellent. I always leave those up there just because I can remember that things are going on, because I have ADD. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but sometimes I jump from one task to another without fully addressing the other task. Speaking of which, I was supposed to build a table like hours ago now. They have a lot of different table options. I'm just gonna do this one. Yeah, I'll do that one. Just pop it down there. And hopefully they'll swing by and eat with that table. They do need wood for that table. And in order to do that, they have to go actually get that wood. And there's no guarantee that they'll do that in a timely manner. Although, based on what I'm hearing, someone's doing it. Oh good, Pixie. Pixie is the absolute MVP of this colony so far. They've got the best shooting stat. They're the one that always is doing the things that I want them to do. They're not even that upset about, you know, the horrible crash landing that they're doing. It's primarily because they have extremely low expectations about what's going on. But you know what? Let's not get picky. You know, we're getting the results that we want. Let's not press. And all it is that she hates them, which, like, me too, especially Ellis. Fuck that guy. He destroyed all of our medicine. Now, show here. See, this is what I mean by it's getting a little into the stretches of it will be a little bit more sandbox, a little bit more like watching an ant farm go by. Ellis sucks. I cannot wait for him to die. Plus, he's the one that just has a knife, right? Oh, he's definitely gonna die eventually. He's just got a knife. Well, what do you offer the team here? A 10 in mining? Yeah, that's good. Pix likes mining though. I mean, you like it, but like Pix loves mining, so that'll be better in the long run. Oh, you've got a 6 in plants. That's what you do. That's what you do. If only it were an 8 in plants, and we could build the medicine to destroy the medicine that you just went on a tantrum and stabbed. I actually have to pause this right here because I forgot to actually pause during the actual recording. Thank you so much for watching. Another video will be out very shortly because it's already been recorded, in fact. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.